Hi, I'm Nicola and welcome to the FeustelFIT Health and Fitness Show, the show that brings you interviews with amazing people who can teach and inspire you and help change your life and well-being. Now, I truly believe if you've never had a problem in your life, then you are just not playing big enough. And today's guest has helped people with their problems. Anything from fear of failure, fear of success, problems with money, sleep, love, or simply just how to have an amazing day. Brad Yates helps people, in his own words, to feel better, do better, and live better. And in this interview, we discuss how we feel about our body image and our health. And if you do manage to listen to the end, we do have a round of tapping. So if you're going to join in with the tapping, you take full responsibility for your own well-being. And obviously, if you're listening whilst driving, please only take part in the tapping if you can pull over to the side and sit in a safe place. So without further ado, welcome Brad Yates.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
I'm really excited to speak to you because I've been following your work for quite some time now, your YouTube videos, which I think are absolutely amazing, and they've really helped me with certain issues in my own life. And so I just wanted to get you on the radio so that all of the listeners can benefit from your videos as well.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to share this work with more folks.
So if you don't mind, we just dive straight into a little bit about your background and how you'll get into the work that you're doing.
Basically, the question is, how does a grown man find himself tapping on his face for a living? I actually started out as an actor, and when I was living in Hollywood or in Los Angeles, and when my wife was pregnant with our first child, I thought I should have a backup job, and I trained as a hypnotherapist. And as I did more and more of that, I found that I really enjoyed doing personal development work and working with people's success mindset more than trying to do the whole Hollywood thing. So this was really my calling. Left Los Angeles, and through some other hypnotherapists, I found out about tapping. And little by little, I started introducing it into my hypnotherapy sessions. And little by little, they became tapping sessions with a little bit of hypnosis at the end. So I just really fell in love with this process. It's just simple technique for clearing out stress, for changing our mindset, for changing our thoughts and beliefs about so many things, especially ourselves. And it's so simple for people to use pretty much anywhere that I just really wanted to do this work and share this with folks. And then little by little, I started to, as the internet was growing up, finding more opportunities there, having tapping rounds online. And then when YouTube came out, I thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I created a little tapping round that people could use first thing in the morning to start themselves off to have a really good day? And I called it Tap of the Morning. And thought, hey, that's cool. And I never intended to do any other videos. It was about 8 months later, I thought, I should have a little video for people to end their day, and I'll call it Tap of the Evening. And then little by little, I had more and more ideas of, here's an idea of a video that folks could use that could help them. And started coming up with ideas, and now I have long lists of ideas, and I have, over 650 videos on YouTube. So, and here I am today.
Subscribers as well, over 58,000.
Yeah, something like that, and over 13 million views or something like that. So it's pretty cool.
Have you been doing that for a long time?
2007 was when I first put up Tap of the Morning, and then in 2008, the next couple came out, and then little by little started doing more and more.
So for those that aren't aware of tapping, what exactly is it? And is it the same as EFT?
Yeah, so it's very much the same as EFT, emotional freedom technique. I mean, there's all kinds of different ways to use tapping and use EFT. So a lot of people just call it tapping these days, and it's basically it's a process of using our fingertips to tap on what are called meridian points. So for thousands of years in Chinese medicine, they've said there's a flow of energy through the body along these pathways called meridians. And when this energy is flowing naturally, we experience our natural state of health and well-being, physically and emotionally. And when this energy gets disturbed or stuck in some way, then we don't feel so good. We experience stress, we experience fear, anxiety, sadness, anger. And So and physical ailments as well. So in traditional acupuncture, a doctor would stick needles in these key points to stimulate that healthy flow of energy. And we're just using our fingertips to tap on these points. And it clears out stress like nothing else. We have scientific evidence showing that it dramatically reduces stress. We can see one of the hormones that's released when we're feeling stress, cortisol, see it dramatically lower when we're doing the tapping process. So we have, we've always had anecdotal evidence of people saying, "Oh my goodness, I, feel so much better so quickly." But we have, evidence from the lab showing what's going on. So, and what happens very much is we mostly think from our prefrontal cortex, the most evolved part of our brain, where we have clear thinking, reasoning, creativity. And when we get into a stressful situation, when we feel threatened, when something's upsetting us, our thought process retreats back into our midbrain. Our prefrontal cortex kind of goes offline, and we don't make as good decisions. We don't think as well. So what happens with the tapping is, as we shift that, we go back in, we allow ourselves to calm down. We have a greater ability to think better. We make better choices, and our lives are pretty much made up by the choices we make, what we choose to do, particularly in terms of our physical well-being, our body, how we look and how we feel, the choices we make about what we eat and how we exercise and things like that. So when we are able to clear out stress and to make better choices, we can create a healthier body and make better choices in all areas of our lives.
Fantastic. And obviously I've seen a lot of your videos, and you do various topics from eating, sleeping, fear of flying, and so on. Can you actually use this technique a few times a day for various topics?
Yeah, I get this question a lot about, can I just tap on one issue? And for me, issues are often very interrelated. And often they may, many different issues may have the same kind of core things going on underneath. So it's like if you're going to wash your car, saying, well, can I only clean the hood of my car today? It's like, no, by all means, clean the hood, clean the doors, clean the tail. And sometimes when we're tapping on a different video, we might get insight into whatever the first issue that we were trying to clear is. So I recommend folks to tap with different videos. And I don't think I don't place a limit on how much you can tap. I mean, certainly you don't want to be tapping so much that you're not outliving your life, because that's the whole point of tapping, is to have the freedom to go live your life. Yeah. So you don't want to spend, all day long inside watching videos and tapping. But I do recommend some tapping every day, because to me it's emotional and energetic hygiene. Just as I encourage people to brush their teeth and take a shower every day. Most of us do that as regular hygiene, as regular upkeep on our bodies. We don't wait until people are holding their nose and walking away from us and then go, oh, okay, maybe now I need to bathe. We don't wait until we can see stuff between our teeth in the mirror and go, oh, maybe now I should brush my teeth. So clearing our energy and tapping to remove stress, even before we may be aware of it, to me just makes sense.
And do you think it's a little bit like exercising your muscles, where you have to do it quite often in order to get the benefit?
Yeah, it's anything that we do when we do it regularly, the benefits are going to increase. So, and sometimes, like exercising, sometimes the benefits might not be readily apparent. Because there are so many stories of people doing tapping and having really quick shifts, like, being so upset, maybe at a 10 on a scale of 0 to 10, and within a matter of minutes feeling totally relaxed, or overcoming some lifelong phobia in a matter of minutes sometimes. So people have this expectation that it's going to happen immediately, and sometimes it's much more subtle. And someone may do some tapping and say, well, I'm not sure I feel any different. And so it doesn't work. And that's like doing some sit-ups. And, if you haven't exercised in years and you get down and you do 5 sit-ups and say, I don't have a rock-hard six-pack right now. Obviously, this doesn't work.
Yeah. And what are the most common things that people come to you for or search for tapping videos?
Certainly one of the most popular things is money. The money videos get the most hits, but also relationship issues and fear issues. Anything where people feel a lot of stress and want to calm down quickly. But and a lot of the exercise motivation and body image, things like that, food cravings, because tapping can be an amazing tool for food cravings, because that's a matter of us having some kind of stress response and looking for a way to comfort ourselves that probably isn't in our best interest. So the tapping is a very quick way to alleviate whatever the upset is that we're trying to soothe.
That would be the perfect example where it's one problem which actually is just hiding another problem.
Yep, something's going on, and we may not even be consciously aware of what's bothering us. It may just be a sense of, I don't feel so good. And our mind goes, what makes me feel better? Ice cream makes me feel better. So we go looking for a Band-Aid without even knowing what's wrong. And of course, whatever is going on inside of us, ice cream probably isn't the solution, but it will numb us out for a little bit so that we at least feel better. And then we can forget about it until the ice cream wears off and we start to not feel so great again. And then we have another chance to deal with what's really going on, or self-medicate with some kind of food again. And It's not that we're bad or stupid. We just have a lot of programming. We've been taught over the years to do this. So the tapping allows us to calm that upset down and look at, okay, what's really going on here? What is the solution that I really need?
And one thing we've been taught over the years is to not be confident in our bodies the way that they are today, which is one of the reasons I wanted to speak to you, because I'm anti-diet at the moment, promoting healthy body image for everybody, and trying to make people feel a little bit more confident in who they are today, and to use exercise and nutrition just to benefit their life and not to edit their body.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's ultimately what we want. It's not about trying to fit into society's image of what we should look like. It's not about what we should. It's letting go of the shoulds, and not letting people should on you. Don't let the media tell you what you should look like. It's a matter of finding what is the body that feels good, that gets me through the day in a way that really works for me, and I feel good about it. And one of the problems is that the media and people do so much body shaming. So we've learned to use that as a motivator. So many people start exercise programs or diets because they feel bad about themselves, or because they've been convinced they should feel bad about themselves. And the problem is, it doesn't really work. It may motivate us for a little bit, but rather than trying to move away from something, it's much healthier to move towards something. Creating an image of, here's what I want to look like, here's what feels good for me, and loving our body in the process, as opposed to motivating ourselves by shaming and hating our bodies. Looking in the mirror and going, okay, I should exercise today. Let me look in the mirror, and the first exercise I'm going to do is 5 minutes of shaming myself and telling myself how terrible I look, and that'll get me going. That'll motivate me to go out and exercise. But it just beats us up. And again, it's not because we're bad or stupid. It's because we've been programmed to do that. But the exercise is never going to be joyful if we're doing it out of this pain and trying to motivate ourselves with misery. And so for me, it's about allowing ourselves to love ourselves right where we're at. And that kind of goes against so many people's thought, because it's like, if I love myself right where I'm at, I'm not going to make any changes. I'm just going to stay on the couch eating ice cream. if I already am happy with myself. And I disagree with that. I think that when we truly love ourselves, we naturally want to take care of ourselves. If you have a child and you really love this child and you want this child to be happy and healthy, you're not going to say, all right, Junior, sit on the couch all day and eat ice cream because that'll make you happy. And I love you so much, I just want you to be happy. No. If we really love our kids, we give them a healthy diet. We get them outside running around and playing. So naturally, we're going to do that for ourselves.
Absolutely. I think everyone can relate to some of those thoughts there. So are we going to do a little bit of tapping then for body image? And
Absolutely.
Negative beliefs.
Absolutely. Let's do that. So you can find online, like on my website, which is tapwithbrad.com. You can find pictures of the tapping points. And as we go through this, I'll describe where to tap. And you're going to tap with, you can just tap with the index and middle finger, and just tapping with the fingertips. You can tap with either hand. You can tap with both hands at the same time. For the sake of demonstration, I'll say just go ahead and use your right hand, and I'll tell you where to tap. And don't worry about getting it perfect, because you can later go back and watch a video or look at the pictures online. And I'm going to go through using all kinds of different phrasing. Sometimes if you're new to tapping and you haven't done it before, you might say, well, I won't be able to do this because it involves all this complicated wording and I wouldn't know what to say. Don't worry about that. You can watch videos and just follow along with the wording. You can also just use the same phrase over and over. You can even just tap without saying anything, and you'll still be relaxing your body, and it'll have benefits. So don't worry about the wording. Just follow along and tap with these points. And also, because when we're tapping, we're opening ourselves up to some emotional stuff. So if you're sitting on some heavy emotional stuff, maybe something really bad has happened in your life recently, and you're still coping with that, or something that you've been avoiding coping with, and it might be right there under the surface, I'm going to suggest that maybe you wait to tap until you've got someone for emotional support, or even better, to tap with someone one-on-one with a practitioner. But for the most part, for most folks, it'll be perfectly fine to do the tapping. Even if a little bit of discomfort or stress comes up, as you tap through, you'll be clearing that stuff out, and it should feel more relaxed afterwards. So what I'd like everyone to do is go ahead and close your eyes, take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. And just feeling what goes on inside your body, just allow yourself to imagine looking in a full-length mirror. And I want you first to imagine your ideal body, your healthiest version of your body looking at you in the mirror. And rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10 as to how much that's you right now. And do this without any judgment, without any blame or shame. This is just a matter of finding out where you're at. It's like if you were going to take a trip, and in order to get where you want to go, you first got to figure out where you're coming from. And it's not wrong where you're coming from, it's just where you're starting from. And now, imagine in the mirror seeing yourself as you see yourself in the mirror, where you're at right now, and say, I love my body. And rate that on a scale of 0 to 10 as to how true that is. Again, without judgment, just recognizing where that is. And notice what you feel physically. Notice what you feel emotionally. Notice what thoughts, beliefs, and memories might be coming up as to why you need to feel this way. Just allowing yourself to be aware of what's going on in there. Go ahead and take another deep breath and open your eyes. So I'll be telling you where to tap. So I'll mention the tapping points, and then I'll say the phrase. And Nicola, if you'll just repeat back the phrase that I say, and then everyone else just repeat back what I say as well. Okay. So first we're going to tap on the side of the hand. So that's the edge of the hand. If you were going to do a karate chop, you would use the edge of your hand right between your pinky and wrist. We tap each point, usually between 5 and 10 times. Depending on how long the phrase is I'm using, we might tap a little bit longer, and that's fine. It's just a light tap, tap, tap motion. So tap it on the side of the hand. And oftentimes we'll use a negative phrase, whatever the problem is. We'll say, even though I have this issue, even though I feel this stress, even though I'm upset about this, I choose to love and accept myself. For this phrase, I'm actually going to use a positive statement. So, side of the hand. I choose to love my body more.
I choose to love my body more.
And I choose to really love and accept myself.
And I choose to really love and accept myself.
I choose to love my body more.
I choose to love my body more.
And I choose to love and honor myself.
And I choose to love and honor myself.
I choose to love my body more.
I choose to love my body more.
I choose to take better care of it.
I choose to take better care of it.
I choose to treat it with love and respect.
I choose to treat it with love and respect.
And I choose to love and appreciate it right now.
And I choose to love and appreciate it right now.
I choose to love my body even more.
I choose to love my body even more.
And I choose to deeply and completely
And I choose to deeply and completely
love, honor, and accept myself.
love, honor, and accept myself.
And maybe anyone else.
And maybe anyone else
Who might be involved in my thoughts about my body.
who might be involved in the thoughts about my body.
Okay. I'm going to tap the eyebrow point, and this is right at the beginning of the eyebrow, just about the center of the face, above your nose, on either side, either eyebrow. I choose to love my body more.
I choose to love my body more.
Okay. Now follow the eyebrow out to the side of your eye, that corner of the outside corner of your eye socket, tapping right there. I choose to love my body more.
I choose to love my body more.
And following the edge of the eye socket to right under the middle of the eye above your cheek. Clearing the reasons why I can't love my body more.
Clearing the reasons why I can't love my body more.
Okay, right under your nose, just above your upper lip. I may have all these reasons.
I have all these reasons.
Okay, right under the mouth, just above your chin. Why I can't love my body.
Why I can't love my body.
Collarbone. If you feel where your collarbones just about come together, there's a little bit of a U shape at the base of your throat. Go ahead and make a fist and tap right where the collarbones just about come together. Lots of people have told me.
Lots of people have told me.
Okay. And right under your arm, about 4 inches below your armpit, it's right about bra strap level, and I'm sure even the guys can figure out where that one is. Lots of people have told me why I can't love my body.
Lots of people have told me why I can't love my body.
And then the top of your head, and using all of your fingertips, tapping around a little circle around the crown of your head. They've told me why I shouldn't love my body.
They've told me why I shouldn't love my body.
Back to the eyebrow point. The media tells me.
The media tells me.
Side of the eye. I can only love my body.
Sadly, I can only love my body.
Under the eye. If it looks a certain way.
If it looks a certain way.
Under the nose. And I've been hearing this for a long time.
And I've been hearing this for a long time.
Under the mouth. So when my body doesn't look like that.
When my body doesn't look like that.
Collarbone. I feel I'm supposed to not like it.
I feel I'm supposed to not like it.
Under the arm. I should feel bad about my body.
I should feel bad about my body.
Top of it. People tell me I should feel bad about my body.
People tell me I should feel bad about my body.
Eyebrow point. I'm done letting people should on me.
I'm done letting people shit on me.
Side of the eye. I choose to love my body.
I choose to love my body.
Under the eye. Just as it is right now.
Just as it is right now.
Under the nose. I choose to love my body and appreciate it.
I choose to love my body and appreciate it.
Under the mouth. Because it does so much for me.
Because it does so much for me.
Collarbone, even when it's sometimes uncomfortable.
Even when it's sometimes uncomfortable.
Onto the arm. It still gets me where I need to go.
It still gets me where I need to go.
Top of it. Even though I don't always take good care of it.
Even though I don't always take good care of it.
Eyebrow point. Even when I mistreat my body.
Even when I mistreat my body.
Side eye. It's still getting the job done.
It's still getting the job done.
Onto the eye. I choose to have a new level of appreciation for my body.
I choose to have a new level of appreciation for my body.
Onto the nose. And I choose to treat it much better.
And I choose to treat it much better.
Onto the mouth. And part of me is afraid.
And part of me is afraid.
Collarbone. If I love my body right now.
If I love my body right now.
Onto the arm. If I don't tell myself I should feel bad about it.
If I don't tell myself I should feel bad about it.
Top of the head. I won't bother to take care of it.
I won't bother to take care of it.
Eyebrow point. I'll just be content.
I'll just be content.
Side of the eye. And it may get worse.
And it may get worse.
Onto the eye. And I'm clearing that nonsense.
And I'm clearing that nonsense.
Onto the nose. The more I allow myself to love my body.
The more I allow myself to love my body.
Onto the mouth. The more compelled I am to take good care of it.
The more compelled I am to take good care of it.
Collarbone. I choose to treat my body.
I choose to treat my body.
Onto the arm. As something that I truly love and adore.
Something that I truly love and adore.
Top of the head. I choose to feel more confidence in it.
I choose to feel more confidence in it.
Eyebrow point. My body is capable of things I don't even know.
My body is capable of things I don't even know.
Side eye. I may have forgotten what my body can do.
I may have forgotten what my body can do.
Onto the eye. I'm allowing myself to find out.
I'm allowing myself to find out.
Onto the nose. And I'm giving it what it needs.
And I'm giving it what it needs.
Onto the mouth. I'm giving it the nutrition it needs.
I'm giving it the nutrition it needs.
Collarbone. I'm giving it the exercise it needs.
I'm giving it the exercise it needs.
Onto the arm. And I deserve that.
And I deserve that.
Top of it. And there are so many benefits to that.
And there's so many benefits to that.
Eyebrow point. It increases my emotional well-being.
It increases my emotional well-being.
Side eye. And I deserve that.
And I deserve that.
Onto the eye. So why have I resisted that?
So why have I resisted that?
Onto the nose. What has stopped me from exercising?
What has stopped me from exercising?
Onto the mouth. What has stopped me from eating better?
What has stopped me from eating better?
Collarbone. And whatever that is.
And whatever that is.
Onto the arm. I'm clearing that stuff out.
I'm clearing that stuff out.
Top of it. Because I deserve better.
Because I deserve better.
Eyebrow point. I'm treating myself with more love.
I'm treating myself with more love.
Side eye. And I'm not waiting until my body looks a certain way.
And I'm not waiting till my body looks a certain way.
Onto the eye. The more I love myself now.
The more I love myself now.
Onto the nose. The more quickly my body gets healthier.
The more quickly my body gets healthier.
Onto the mouth. I am loving myself into shape.
I'm loving myself into shape.
Collarbone. And that benefits me and other people.
And that benefits me and other people.
Onto the arm. I am treating myself with more love and respect.
I'm treating myself with more love and respect.
Top of the head. In body, mind, and spirit.
Body, mind, and spirit.
And take a deep breath. And go ahead and close your eyes again and just follow your breath through your body and maybe look in that mirror again and just notice what has come up. Any upset feelings about your body may have gone down. They may have gone down dramatically. Or you may still feel certain things, but you may have a greater awareness of, oh, this is why I think this, or maybe this is what stops me from taking better care of myself, or just different ideas and beliefs may be more clear. And you can do some additional tapping on those to continue clearing that out. until you let go of all those reasons why you shouldn't feel good about yourself.
That was amazing. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I think the words that you chose there were really nice, and a lot of people will definitely resonate with them.
Yeah, so that's a lot of the things that come up for us, and mostly at an unconscious level. You know, it's not when we decide not to exercise, or when we decide to have some ice cream or something like that. Rarely are we conscious of the thought, you know what, I've been kind of upset about things, and it reminds me about things that bothered me back when I was a kid. And so, you know, in the past I've used ice cream to numb the pain, and so that's what I'm going to do right now. We just automatically do things. As human beings, we have to respond in automatic ways, otherwise we'll never get through life. If we have to think through every thought and every action, and then it takes too long. So as we allow ourselves to shift our thinking, then things like exercise and eating in a healthier way become more natural. You know, I naturally, when I go to the refrigerator, find myself, you know, I'll look at something that's not as healthy and I'll go, yeah, it just doesn't appeal to me at the moment. And I'll grab something healthier. Just because the different things that have shifted, where in the past I wouldn't have even seen the healthier choice. I would have just grabbed the less healthy item.
But I think as well, obviously, some people who've had years of dieting and had a bad relationship with food and exercise, in terms of just being able to eat food and not feel shame or guilt about actually eating the food. Sometimes having the ice cream is okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about learning. You know, there are times to treat ourselves, and it's allowing ourselves to know that we're doing it in a more conscious way. It's like, you know what, I'd really like to have some ice cream. That would be a nice treat. I've been taking care of myself. So that it's not something that we're using as medication. That's what we want to shift, is the idea is where we're unconsciously using it to medicate and over-medicating, and recognizing this is a treat, that I know I'm taking care of myself and I can have some of this without it affecting my health adversely.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that is all of my questions, but I just want to know, like, what's next for you, and how people can follow you and get involved in what you're doing.
Yeah, thanks. Well, it's next. I've always got some event coming up. I'm about to do a cross-country U.S. trip. Be in Australia in spring of 2017. You can find all about all the live events that I'm doing at tapwithbrad.com. I have weekly teleclasses that you can work with me live on the phone, and of course lots of YouTube videos. So you can find links to all of those at tapwithbrad.com.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been very helpful.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for providing this platform to share this work with more folks.
FeustelFIT, on air at 91.8 Hayes FM. The straight-talking interview and music show that helps you end diet wars and make better choices for real health.